Welcome to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce. Each month, we'll feature business and community leaders sharing their stories, initiatives, concerns, and passions. Learn practical information regarding community resources and opportunities. Now, the host of Business Voice, Greece Regional Chamber President and CEO, Sarah Lentini.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by PetSaver Healthy Pet Superstore. We've got a great show for you today, starting with my first guest, David Fornuto, who is the principal at USA Payroll Agency, a great company that's been in our community for a long time. Welcome, David.
Thank you, Sarah. Good to be here.
Yeah, great. So tell us a little bit about USA Payroll Agency. You know, I think it's one of those names that's it's been around. People think they know who you are and what you do. But what I've been learning about you is that you're kind of connected. You get two very similar companies in the community with a similar name. Tell us about you.
Yeah, we started the agency. Well, the agency's been in existence since 1959, but kind of renamed it in early 2000s to really support the payroll clients of USA Payroll with their insurance needs, primarily workers' comp and disability insurance. Since then, we've grown to include all kinds of employee benefits as well as other lines of commercial and personal insurance. So we're really an independent agent serving clients across Monroe County and beyond.
That's wonderful. So did you say 1959?
Yeah, actually, my dad started the agency back then. It was under a different name back then. It was called ABC Agency, but we kind of just flipped some letters around and changed the name.
Very nice. Yeah. I like USA. Right?
It works.
That's a good name.
It's worked for a while. Yeah,
absolutely.
It's doing fine. Yeah.
It's memorable, and it's we kind of like the USA around here. Yeah,
sure.
It fits. So, when did you take over the company?
Back in, I would say, 2001, my brother and I, who was at that time the owner of USA Payroll, kind of brought the two together really to compete with the larger payroll companies in the area in offering the same services that they do.
Yeah. And your dad had a role, or your dad and your family had a role in some of the other. Yeah, I don't know if it's okay to talk about this, David. But,
no, that's okay.
But you guys had a long history, right? Your family had a long history in the payroll business.
Yeah, my brother actually, started with one of the bigger competitors back when, and my dad was an accountant that provided that type of service also. Mm-hmm. So kind of just a natural progression of what we do. Yep,
steeped in this business. Absolutely. Yeah. In fact, did you ever think of doing anything else?
Well, I did. I actually had a 16-year career at Xerox before I started this.
I did not know this.
Yeah,
all the secrets are coming out.
They're coming out, yeah.
What did you do for Xerox?
A bunch of different things. Started off as actually a programmer. Writing code in a very old language back in the mid-'80s.
I could never have guessed that. I'm not actually surprised by it now that you've told me, but I would never have guessed it. Very, very different than running your own business as opposed to working for a large corporation. Great company, of course, Xerox, but a very different environment.
Transitioned to different roles after that and was in some management roles. So,
nice. Yeah. So who courted you? Who got you to come to USA Payroll?
2001 was a time of transition at Xerox. Our division was closing, and my brother said, "Hey, why don't you come and help me for now?" And I, had a pretty good package to leave, and so I went there and stuffed payrolls. I actually printed them and stuffed them and sent them out to clients.
Oh, wow. They started you out at the top.
Right at the top, right at the top, right in the mailroom, as they call it. And then, as it became apparent that insurance was going to be really important to the payroll business, he knew we had this insurance company, and said, "Hey, let's see if we can't make this work going in this direction." And some 17, 18 years later,
here you are.
This is what we've done.
Here you are.
Yeah.
And this is really where you're putting your energy. I mean, your focus is on the insurance side, right?
Yes.
You're a broker, a licensed broker?
Yes, all lines of insurance. Obviously with the payroll clients, like I said before, the focus is on workers' compensation, disability, business insurance, as well as the health, dental, employee benefit types of insurance. Right. So we do quite a bit of that.
Right. And you said you serve Monroe County and beyond, correct?
Yeah. Through the payroll company, they probably process payrolls in 48 states at this point. So we're licensed in many states and provide insurance and clients outside of New York and in many other states.
Wonderful. That's great. Yeah. So in case you're just joining us, you're listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by PetSaver Healthy Pet Superstore. I'm Sarah Lentini, and I'm here talking with Dave Fornuto, who is the owner of USA Payroll Agency. A little bit different than just USA Payroll, as we've been discussing, a separate company, but originally an affiliated company, perhaps still now. Yep. And, one of the things that the Greece Regional Chamber has done for many, many years is to offer medical, dental, and vision insurance, and also has had, licensed brokers in a licensed brokerage firm and been able to serve, a membership in that arena. But we've got kind of an exciting announcement, right, Dave?
Yes, we do.
So, starting with this year, the Greece Regional Chamber is partnering with USA Payroll Agency, has an administrative agreement to have USA Payroll Agency, handle the lion's share of our medical insurance, but more importantly, offering now a whole range of other products that you bring to the table, right?
Yep.
So we're going through a bit of a transition time. It's very exciting, though, and you guys have such a great staff and another location, which makes this even more wonderful.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're real excited for this. I think it's going to be a great opportunity for us and for the Greece Chamber partners and members, and it's going to be great.
Yeah, I think you mentioned some of these things already, but we've always had just medical, dental, and vision insurance. Not that that's small; it's actually quite a lot.
Right.
But you were starting to mention some of the other things that you bring to the table now that Greece Regional Chamber members are going to be able to take advantage of.
Yeah.
Some of those are workers' comp. You said
workers' compensation is required for every employer in New York State, as well as New York State disability insurance. So those are two very important things if you're an employer in New York that you need to have if you have employees. But beyond that, you want to protect your business with other types of insurance that are also, well, not required, very necessary.
Right.
And we provide access to all of those lines of insurance also, as well as home, auto, life, umbrella. We kind of do everything. We're a full independent agent representing some 25 to 30 different companies.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I think you guys are terrific. I love working with you. You've got a great staff team.
Thank you.
Very, very nice people. Not just talented and knowledgeable, but also very, very nice and caring. And I think that matters a lot.
Yeah.
When people are looking for some guidance in what is a confusing arena, and sometimes truly a life or death kind of a need. Yep. It becomes so important to have people that are competent but also caring. So kudos to you for building that staff team.
Yeah, great staff.
So and where are you located?
We're in Linden Oaks. So Penfield, Brighton, Rochester area, right in Linden Oaks.
Which is great because, as I think I've mentioned on the program in the past, the Greece Regional Chamber's membership is hardly monolithic. We're the largest suburban chamber in Monroe County, and half of our membership is outside of the town of Greece, and most of those are, throughout Monroe County and the region and beyond, kind of like your footprint.
That's
so
right.
This is perfect because it gives us. People can come and visit with you and your brokers at our office or on the east side.
Absolutely.
Of yours. Yeah.
Coffee's always on.
Coffee's always on.
Always on.
I have noticed that, as a matter of fact. I can attest to this. I have always gotten. That's the first thing you guys always offer me is a cup of coffee,
yes.
which is very, very nice.
Do.
Yeah.
And warm peanuts.
I never got offered those. Wait a minute.
You got to just help yourself.
Where were those?
They're right in my office.
I didn't see them. Really? Oh, you had a thing.
Yes,
I just remembered.
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was, okay. All right. I didn't realize I had to, I'll raise my hand next time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's funny.
They're a hit.
So, you're here. I can't let you go without asking you a couple of questions, because here you are, somebody who's been in the business world for so long, right? And in this particular arena, what do you say, 17, 18 years in the insurance business, was certainly an interesting one. I was actually just saying to somebody this morning, kind of a fluid one, right?
Always.
Right? And in some ways, I might be answering the question for you. But what have you seen in your career, and and what are you experiencing now? I know a lot of people out there are kind of they're probably asking you questions what should we expect, right?
It's funny. The insurance is what it is. It's insurance, and hopefully you never have to use it.
Right.
But when you look at the health insurance business, it's changed quite a bit from even, the early 2000s when we started this till now. I mean, you never had these high deductible plans and, it was just, you paid your copay and you moved on. Now there's a lot more thinking that you have to do to decide which plan you want to be on. So I think there's more consultating, did I say that right?
Yep.
Than before.
Yep.
So we're finding we have to really educate our clients a lot more than we ever did. One of the big changes, at least.
Yeah. And I get this question a lot. I wonder if you do too. People are wondering, and this is regardless of whether you're for, because there are people that are very supportive of the Affordable Care Act and others that are, perhaps less supportive of the Affordable Care Act. So staying out of the political fray entirely, the question I often get is it still there? Have things changed? And from my perspective, we're not seeing. It's surprising for all the debate that's going on. Yeah. We're not seeing anything that's a specific change yet at all on any of the landscapes. To be honest, right?
Correct. No. Yeah, we haven't seen any of that. And I think our area has been pretty. I don't want to say insulated, but it hasn't been affected as much as maybe other areas. We've always had access to good health insurance. So.
So it's still there.
Still there.
It's still there. That's right.
Still something we deal with.
Yeah. The basic plans that have been in place for some time, they're still the ones that are available. And of course, we work and will continue to work now with your assistance with MVP Healthcare and Excellus, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and those are great companies. And then of course the New York State of Health as well, which is fantastic. So those are all still in place, and we haven't seen any change yet, just to sort of make people aware of that. But certainly there are lots of plans to choose from, lots of options. Yes. And some of that is why people probably are looking more and more for some guidance, because there are so many choices. Maybe none of them are the price anybody wants, but there are so many choices that that people often if we give them everything that's available, they often kind of turn around and say, okay, can you
narrow it down a little bit?
Narrow it down for me a little bit? And of course, there are different people that we deal with. Some folks out there like to see the entire universe, and some folks really just want to be be shown a few things that maybe fit a particular set of criteria. So, but that's very much the job of the broker, is to sit down with whomever it is who's looking for insurance, be it an employer group or an individual. And right.
That's correct. As a broker, you represent the individuals, not the companies. So, and that's what our goal is, to help you through these somewhat tough decisions, give you as much information as possible, and help you make the right decision for you.
Right. Yeah. And you guys, you're doing a lot of meetings with people right now, correct?
We are. This is the open enrollment season, so we're using up a lot of paper in the office, and envelopes and folders, and meeting with clients on a daily basis, multiple clients per day. But this is the time of year that we do this. Open enrollment season is a lot of fun.
It actually kind of is in a crazy way, isn't it?
Yeah, it's interesting. It is.
It's intense, but it's it's what you do, then this is the time. It can be actually a bit of an adrenaline rush at the same time.
Absolutely.
So certainly, if anybody is interested in looking at insurance offerings, either the medical insurance offerings or others, they should feel free to reach out to the Greece Regional Chamber. Just let us know, and we can set up an appointment with the appropriate broker over at USA Payroll Agency. Some stuff might still be handled directly by the chamber, but you don't need to be an existing customer. This is the fact that it's open enrollment means it's a great time for people to be reaching out to us. This is typically the moment when you can make change, identify some changes that you might want to make with respect to your health insurance or, certainly your health insurance. That's the biggie. And typically that's change that'll be effective January 1. That's not true of everybody, but it's true of most people. So majority of them. So this is an exciting moment for our two companies, but also, can be a very positive, interesting moment for people out there. So if you have any interest, you do not need to live or work in Greece, nor do you need to live or work in Monroe County in order to get insurance, access to insurance through the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, now in conjunction with USA Payroll Agency. And you can call us at 227-7272 or go to the chamber website, greecechamber.org. And we're going to be having an open enrollment meeting or two in the month of November. And, I think we're looking at the 14th of November is probably the first of those. Okay. And so if people are interested, don't hesitate to reach out. And if you want to know more about USA Payroll Agency, where do they go, David? You can go to usapayrollagency.com. You can email us at insurance@usapayrollagency, or you can call us at 585-643-2140. Wonderful. Yeah. Congratulations on a really wonderful 17, 18-year career for you, and obviously 1959, a much bigger career. I wasn't around then, but yes. Yeah. So I'm sorry. I hesitated looking at you. Right, I shouldn't have done that to you. But congratulations on a company that's really made its mark here in the Greater Rochester region. We're excited about working with you. As are we. Yes. Wonderful. Thanks for being here. Thank you. All right, we've got lots more coming up on Business Voice. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Get all the advantages when you shop at PetSaver. Like our do-it-yourself pet wash for just $9.99 every day. We supply all the shampoo, towels, tubs, and water, and we clean up after you, too. The PetSaver-friendly staff helps you protect your pet from fleas and ticks with simple, safe, economical, and vet-recommended protection. We are here 7 days a week in person to help you find only the best pet food, treats, toys, and more. Can't get that online. Remember, every time you shop at PetSaver, you are helping to feed our local shelter pets. Do your community and your pet a big favor. Shop at PetSaver! The Love Your Pet More store. PetSaver Healthy Pet Superstore. In Greece, Monroe Ave, Brighton, Webster, and in Victor next to Party City across from Eastview Mall.
Tasteful Connections, your caterer of choice for all your corporate catering needs. No matter the size of your group or the magnitude of the event, Tasteful Connections prides itself on always offering the same high-quality food, the same professional service, and the same careful attention to detail. We want to become your go-to caterer, from the simple to the extravagant, from small to large, from reasonable to expensive. Tasteful Connections will create a top-notch event to represent your company at its best. Please check the website at tastefulconnections.com for menu suggestions, photos, and catering ideas. Call 585-467-4400 to speak to a catering consultant. Tasteful Connections, catering made simple.
Need help with health insurance? The Greece Regional Chamber provides assistance with health insurance for businesses, nonprofits, families, and individuals throughout our region. We pride ourselves on the personalized service that we provide for our clients. Let us help you find health insurance plans that fit your needs and navigate the paperwork. Greece Chamber Benefit Partners, located at 2402 Westridge Road in Rochester, New York, offers a broad range of medical insurance plans for businesses, nonprofits, individuals, and families throughout the greater Rochester Finger Lakes region, working with insurance companies including Excelis Blue Cross Blue Shield, Univera, and MVP Healthcare. We can also help you access insurance plans through the New York State of Health, the official health plan marketplace. Again, you do not need to live or work in Greece to utilize our brokerage services. We serve the greater Rochester Finger Lakes region of New York State. Visit greecechamber.org to sign up for one of our free health insurance information sessions or schedule an appointment with one of our licensed brokers. Call 585-227-7272. 585-227-7272.
Depositing your money with Genesee Regional Bank helps strengthen the local community. That's because GRB lends its deposits to local businesses and individuals so they can grow and prosper. From your favorite bakery to your family dentist to the technology company where your neighbor works to helping families buy a home. That keeps Rochester rock solid. Become a GRB client today. Genesee Regional Bank. Community banking, community building.
Visit grbbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 417491.
From the history of Holy Sepulchre Cemetery to the pastoral beauty of Ascension Garden Cemetery, the Holy Sepulchre family of cemeteries offers sacred, peaceful, reflective, and beautiful spaces to remember your loved ones. Whether you wish your final resting place to be in ground in one of our many garden sections or above ground in one of our mausoleums or columbarium, you will find options and price ranges to meet all your needs. Both cemeteries also offer special sections for first responders, veterans, and for natural or green burials. We invite you to visit us today or call 585-458-4110 to make an appointment. Holy Sepulchre and Ascension Garden Cemeteries offer peaceful, beautiful spaces.
The forensic analyst searched for clues to the house fire.
Could that be
Starch? Suddenly it came together. The fire was started by
an over-microwaved potato?
Covered, July 25th, 2015. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Call the Thomas Stefanini Agency at 585-467-8733 or 585-INSURED for a quote today.
Medicare. We make it easy. If you're new to Medicare or reviewing your options for 2019, give us a call or stop in. We're here to help you make your best decision. Polano & Company, 15 Shone Place on the Canal in Pittsford. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4:30. Drop in or make an appointment. Call 585-385-6010. Doing business in the greater Rochester area for 37 years. Polano & Company, 385-6010.
If you're looking to market and grow your business, make new business connections, and give back to the community in a meaningful way, consider joining the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce. We're the largest suburban chamber in Monroe County, and we offer networking, education, marketing, insurance, and advocacy. You do not need to live or work in Greece to join. Our members come from throughout the region. In short, we're better together, and together, we're moving business forward. Visit greecechamber.org or call 585-227-7272 to join today.
Have you had enough of the corporate life? Start living the American dream and own your own business today. FranNet is your local franchise consultant. We match you to the ideal business based on your background, budget, lifestyle, and goals. And our services are free. Businesses in senior care, automotive services, IT, hair care, home improvement, and more. Businesses that are booming in today's economy and are looking to grow right here in Rochester. Quit guessing and wondering if business ownership is right for you. Contact John Adams today at 585-739-6625 for your free consultation. That's John Adams, FranNet, 585-739-6625 or online at franchiseupstateny.com.
Now serving the entire Western Empire, the new WYSL FM 95.5 Spencerport, Brockport, and Greece.
Welcome back. You're listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce sponsored by PetSaver Healthy Pet Superstore. I'm Sarah Lentini, and I'm delighted to welcome my next guest, Sean McKay, owner of Site Hub. Welcome, Sean.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. So, Site Hub, people might be able to figure out what that is, but maybe not. Tell us what Site Hub is and how long you started the company, right? How long it's been around?
Yeah, so I started Site Hub in 2012. And basically, at the time, it was meant just to be a website company. I thought I was just going to just build websites, but I quickly learned that people needed more than a website. It's not like the field of dreams, build it and they will come. Unfortunately, with websites, you have to do a little extra work to get people to get there and to turn that investment into something that brings back a return, right? So we've quickly expanded into doing digital marketing, really kind of summarizing everything we do, awareness, reputation, and conversion for our clients.
Oh, those are big words.
Yeah.
Yeah, that covers a lot of ground. Awareness, reputation, and conversion.
Yeah.
And conversion is a very specific term. I think awareness and reputation kind of speak for themselves, but conversion has, is almost... I'm not sure if the lay public would understand that term, but basically you're talking about converting somebody who's maybe looked at something into someone who takes action. Is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the benefit of digital, right, is that we have the ability to track when somebody sees and takes action, and then we can improve on that frequency in which the people are taking action. So really, at the end of the day, it becomes more about ROI.
Return on investment.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's great. So, and digital marketing is really exploding, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's now there are many companies in this arena.
Totally.
And you're right. If it used to be about you have to have a website, now it's about you need to have a digital marketing, not just presence but strategy, right?
Yeah. I mean, speaking to both of those points, I think that every 20-something nowadays says they do marketing, right? You bump into somebody at a networking event, they generally you hear a lot of that. So finding a way to differentiate was important for us. But yeah, digital marketing really is the hot thing now. It's more than, again, just more than building a website. It's about trying to get a return from it. Businesses are always asking, well, what am I going to get out of it? What's the end result? And I really like working with people who are result oriented. So
they probably appreciate seeing those results because they're results oriented, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So here in this very crowded landscape that we've just been describing, that's exploding with companies and people of all kinds, you've got this great this great accolade that you got this year, right? You are the you're going to correct me when I get this wrong, right, Sean? But you were named Best in Digital Marketing by none other than Digital Rochester this year.
That's correct. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Way to go.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, I found that, you don't get into business for recognition, but it's nice to get a little bit every now and again.
Oh, yeah.
So
of course it is.
It's an honor.
Yeah. And it seems to me that, that's something that it must have been a highly competitive process.
Yeah. Actually, I'm surprised. There was a lot of competition. And our competition was quite massive in comparison, in size and in breadth and depth and scope. So I really do feel like we covered some ground by winning that. I mean, it was really judged based on results. So, I'm as you know, Sarah, I'm really big into data, and I'm kind of a nerd about this stuff. So being so results focused probably helped me out. We really, again, it was at the end of the day, it came down to return on investment, and apparently we had the best.
That's great.
Yeah.
So tell us how you got involved in this business. You said 2012 you started the company. Were you working were you working with website development before you started your own business? What brought you here?
I guess it's kind of a funny story. So, I built my first website business, online business, when I was 13.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a subscription-based website.
I don't even know what that means.
People paid to basically have access to the website. So we shared.
You were making money?
Yeah, I remember when I made $1,000. I was like 14, made $1,000, and I felt like my whole world had changed. I felt like I was a millionaire.
I might feel that way
Yeah. It felt like a lot more money than really it was. But yeah, it was exhilarating. And
who taught you how to develop websites at the age of 13? How does one get that good is that a family thing? Is that school? Is that you just picking up a book or two or hanging around somebody? How did you learn that?
It was a mix, right? So I had my cousin, my older cousin. I always looked up to him. He was always into computers, and he was a big inspiration for me to kind of get into technology. And he always helped me out with stuff that I couldn't figure out myself. But I also hung around with people similarly like technologically advanced, rather. I did take classes in high school, but at this point, 13, I was probably in middle school at that time, right? Yeah. So I hadn't done any actual training or reading of any sort. It's kind of something I figured out.
That's amazing. So clearly a passion.
Yeah.
Always good when something's a passion, right?
Yeah. I mean, it truly is. It's technology is basically the thing I'm good at, right? So I love it. I love being good at something. I think everybody does.
Yeah, but it's more than technology, too. I mean, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's become also about people, right? I mean, owning a business is much more about people than it is the skill. And so, transitioning from the technician into the entrepreneur was a growth point for me, too, that I had to go under, right? So learning how to be good with communication and people and networking and
all that scary
that's become
stuff.
My passion now. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
that's a great point. Yeah. And it's one of the tough things about owning your own business is you have to be good at many things, right?
Yeah.
I think.
No,
I don't know.
yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. I'm guessing that it
or
taps
fake it.
you. Or fake it. Fake it until you are, right?
Yeah. You have to figure some stuff out on your own.
That's great. So you built a website at 13.
Right. So there's the beginning of the story.
You made $1,000. Yeah. You said, this is keen. I want to do this.
This is nice.
It probably wasn't keen that you used.
Keen was not the first word.
I didn't think so. That'd be my word. Yeah.
But I thought this is nice. And then, I went to school for IT. And I actually wanted to go into computer forensics. I was going to be a professional hacker.
There's such a thing?
There is. My friend's dad at the time was that. He would basically tell us how he would hack a bank. He'd get hired by the bank to hack them, tell them what they need to fix, and it was lucrative. It was a great job.
Of course.
And I thought, wow, I'd love to do that. So I went down that path, and then around that time, actually, sadly, my father had passed away, and so I kind of shifted my life a bit, and I dropped out of school. I just quit my job. Everything kind of changed.
Wow.
My dad was a big influence in my life, very close with my father. And then he was an entrepreneur. And at some point I just thought, well, let me just try doing something on my own instead of going down this path where I'm going to work for someone else for the rest of my life. Oh. So, I started my business kind of on a whim, called people randomly cold called until I got someone convinced I could build them a website.
Wow.
Figured that out after I sold it, and then it evolved from there. I mean, my business was very homegrown at the start. We had my first sales guy worked on a guitar case that sat on top of an amp, and in a kitchen chair that was his desk.
Oh my goodness!
So if you can imagine that, and then
I think I can actually.
Yeah,
good picture.
It was very low budget to begin with, but now I don't take a lot of time to reflect on it, but I am proud that we have our office down now. You saw
I did
on East and Alexander.
It's
on
beautiful.
East
It's a gorgeous office, and you were in that neighborhood to begin with. But this is a gorgeous office. So tell us about that because that's a cool space, right?
It is. It's really cool. I want to take a sec to actually recognize that the space is part of Metro Cowork, which is a new Rochester's newest cowork in town. So that offers an opportunity for people like me when I first started to actually have a legitimate desk and an office space. So you can rent out a desk, I think for as cheap as $150 a month.
Wow.
You're in an environment full of other entrepreneurs. You have shared services and Wi-Fi and coffee and all the things.
Coffee. Always comes back to the coffee.
It does.
For me too.
And if you have a meeting, you can actually show off a legitimate looking space.
Mm-hmm. It's actually more than legitimate. It's very
nice.
very modern, very chic.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think it's Rochester's first purpose-built co-work. There's other kind of places in town, but these guys are really the ones that built a whole space around this. I don't know if you're familiar with the WeWork model. It's in a lot of other states. WeWork is kind of the corporate version of this.
Interesting.
But Metro really made something for Rochesterians. So it's cool. We're attached to that. So we have an office, about 1,000 square foot office next to it. And we're going to be supporting the folks in the co-work.
Oh, that's very cool as well.
Yeah.
And it's a great, you're really you're on the, you're really on the street and you're visible from the street and you've got your great big site hub, right? Imagery and brand and sign right on the windows of the building, which is fantastic.
It is cool.
Yeah. So you're happy.
Very happy. Yeah. I'm excited for this next chapter for sure.
Right. And you've got great people working for you too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that's a big change. I mean, not that I didn't have great people, but, actually having employees was a step
Another
for us.
learning curve.
Learning curve. And here we are.
Yeah. We were just having this conversation at the chamber We had a committee meeting that involved a number of chamber members yesterday, and we were talking about all the, it really is a challenge running a business and running a small business. And not only do you have to have all these skills, right? Technical skills and people skills and sales skills and marketing, which is not the same as sales, but you also need to, sometimes be aware of all kinds of things that are really, that you could do a deep dive in any one of them. I mean, one of the things that a lot of business owners are wanting to make sure that they know about, or all the different, I would call them labor HR kinds of regulations that are coming down the pike, that they that everybody has to abide by, and just keeping up to date with what all those are and how to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to do is just another kind of a challenge for a business owner. So that's one of the things the chamber is going to be taking on, is providing some nice resources, certainly some workshops and presentations, but also some resources in partnership with other members who have that expertise, because we know how important it is. But tell us more about I know you've sort of described it, but the workspace concept. So is this something that's sweeping the country? And
I'd say so. Yeah, it's a big model. WeWork, I believe, I could be quoting this wrong, but I believe WeWork is the largest real estate holder in the nation. They own more real estate than I think anyone else. I believe that's true.
And that's the original. That's the origin of the model.
Yeah,
the company that has the.
Exactly, they're the corporate version.
Okay.
They really kind of made this model of co-working, and we've had a space in town for a while. We've had a couple options in town, but again, I think Metro is the first one kind of its kind here that's built after that model, where it's a premium space. It's really sharp. You'd be proud to show off your office, basically.
Right. So in case you're just joining us, you're listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce here on WYSL, sponsored by PetSaver Healthy Pet Superstore. And I'm Sarah Lentini, sitting here talking with Sean McKay, who is the owner of SiteHub, a company that just won Best in Digital Marketing from Digital Rochester. It's all a mouthful, folks. I'm having a hard time chewing through those words. But so congratulations once again. But Sean has been talking to us about workspace, a model that is not just here in Rochester, but that is starting to explode, that he's now very connected to. So where SiteHub is downtown, we've said, but where downtown? Where are you located?
We're actually right on East and Alexander. 350 East Avenue is the address. And come by and say hi anytime.
Really?
Our doors
People
are open.
can,
Absolutely. Yeah, it's open space. And we'd love to show you around the co-work. So the co-work is literally attached to our office through an adjacent door. So,
and the co-work is like a big space, right?
Right.
With all what you were describing before, all these different people that are, from different. Are they all from different disciplines? Or?
Yeah, I mean, it's really anybody. I think that the focus here is to bring in a lot of those technology companies and those solopreneurs who really just need a place to work in a collaborative way. Though they don't. Really, they're focused on bringing people together. Mm-hmm. So it's not just everybody goes in their office and shuts their door. It's an open workspace, and literally you're going to be next to people who could possibly be of a totally different discipline. But the hope is that you find ways to work together.
So you're not forcing people to work together, but you're enabling,
right.
you're removing the obstacles to people knowing each other. What a great idea that is. I mean, I imagine, you think about a traditional office building and
Right.
there were thick walls. So maybe there was somebody on the other side of that wall that might have been a great partner for you in some way. Could have been a customer, could have been a colleague, and you might never have, even met them.
Exactly.
Buildings being what they are and people being what they are. So that's great. And I saw there was a beautiful out, like a spot out back and all kinds of pretty spaces and places to bring your clients, but also to hopefully mix and mingle with these other folks. So what is on the horizon for SiteHub? You've gotten accolades, you've grown, presumably you've got a good customer base at this point. What's next?
That's a really good question. I think it depends how far down the future we're looking.
Mm-hmm.
But, really our mission is bringing high-tech tools that might have felt out of reach for a small business to those smaller companies. So we want to continue doing that. I mean, like, for example, right now we're working with a lot of folks on geofencing, which is a technology that previously was only available to large companies,
Mm-hmm.
but basically allows now any small business to advertise to people within a very specific geographic location. So we could target people who are entering certain buildings with an accuracy of 9 feet and reach them with ongoing digital advertising. So
tell us a little about how that works, because
it's a little scary, right?
Well, of course it's scary.
Yeah.
By definition, it's actually terrifying. It's actually terrifying. So you're basically saying, and how are you targeting them? Is it through because they have a cell phone on them?
Yeah, I mean, everybody has a device or two, right?
Okay. So I've got a cell phone in my purse, let's say, and I'm walking into your building.
Yeah.
So how is it that you're able to? What are you connecting to, and how are you geo-targeting me?
There's 2 sources of location on your device. I mean, at all times, you either have location services enabled for GPS, or your carrier knows where you are.
Even if I said I didn't want to do that, okay.
Yeah,
got it.
So, and now the thing to keep in mind here is, we're not collecting private data, so it's not like I know who entered the building or their name or anything really about them. But what we're saying is that we've tracked a device that enters this zone, this geofence.
Okay.
And now I want to advertise to them. I think the thing to remember is that with digital, especially, nothing is by chance. When you see an ad for running shoes and you were just talking about getting a new pair,
what a coincidence.
That isn't a coincidence, right? So basically, this is already happening to everybody all the time. But now I'm bringing this technology to smaller companies who previously, again, couldn't afford it or even know how to do it.
Right. So bottom line is the phone. The phone is the vehicle, or perhaps an iPad, something that some device that somebody is carrying, and it gives you an opportunity that you could either be able to throw an ad my way, or throw an email my way, or is it both? I mean, and how do I sign up if I want to use it for my business?
Oh, good points. So it's not a pop-up or anything invasive, but it's a banner ad, like a picture ad. A visual ad that would appear on various websites as you continue to browse the internet.
Okay, so it could be an ad that shows up in many places as I'm browsing, not just in one.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's not like we're just choosing Facebook to advertise or Google to advertise. We're able to utilize a network of over 2 million websites.
Wow.
At least one of which you've probably visited today.
Right.
And place ads on their site based on this geolocation. So,
wow.
Yeah. And you
That's
see it for
cool.
30 days or up to 30 days. So, after we identify you as a device to reach, you're going to continue to see that ad as long as really we want to.
So how does a business sign up, and what can they expect to get out of the...
Well, everything we do is bespoke and custom. We don't have like an online automation system and everybody's not being assigned a customer number. So we really want to work with people and make sure it's the right fit. I wouldn't even sign up everybody just for this service alone. But, getting in touch with me or come in the office, that's a good way to start that conversation. And I think really what can you expect? The difference with SiteHub is, like I said, the custom approach, but also in terms of geofencing. We don't charge per fence, which is a big separator, differentiator with us. A lot of people who offer the service, they say you target one zone. We could target as many zones as you want. And the expectation would be really we sit down, make sure it's a good fit, pick out what zones, design some ads to match, and that campaign can go live within 24 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
24 hours. That's fast.
Yeah, for example, right now we just had a client who surprised us and said they're going to a convention. They have a booth at a convention. Right, so what we're going to do is zone off that convention center for that period of time. Anyone who goes in there for the convention, we can assume is a good target for them, and then they are going to get ads, and so that begins today. Actually,
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's just one of the newer areas that you're starting to be able to offer. And it's relatively affordable for a small business on a budget?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you think of it this way, like a billboard costs you $3,000 for the month, roughly, maybe more.
Cost somebody else $3,000 for the month,
but
yes.
Yeah, right. But this is about a third of that price or less at a starting budget. You're really paying for how many eyeballs you want to have see it.
Mm-hmm.
So for about $1,000, I can get about 200,000 eyeballs at it.
That's great.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, that's a lot of impressions. Or
Exactly.
Yes, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So, this is going to sound a little bit funny, but before I let you go, one of the things I like to ask people who've had success in the business world is, what advice would you give to somebody starting out? You're laughing at me. I realize that you've got a lot. You've got a lot in front of you still, absolutely. Yeah. But you've also come through a lot, and you've come through it recently, and that may make some aspects of the advice you'd want to give very fresh in your mind.
Well, I mean, it's what's on my mind right now. So I'll just. It's not necessarily the key piece of business advice. I'm not sure if there is one piece.
Probably not.
Right, but I would say that. Be careful, be cautious of a deal that sounds too good to be true. I've had people approach me with what seems to be a really good offer, and when I was early in my business, I thought, wow, they're going to pay me twice as much as I'm asking. Wow, this sounds really great, and it never really is as this sounds. Everyone's got their own self-interest, and in business, that's natural. And I think you just have to be cautious that. Not everyone's out for your success, but at the same time, not to be too skeptical.
Not too jaded.
I mean, we have people like the Chamber that really are there for you. So I think it's all relative, and keep in mind who you're working with. But again, like the Chamber's just been an incredible resource.
Thank you.
For us, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, it's a two-way street.
Yeah.
We love having you as a member. We appreciate, all the ways in which you support the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce as well. So you've been listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by PetSaver Healthy Pet Superstore. And here we are right on WYSL. And I am, so delighted that you were able to join us here today. Sean McKay, owner of Site Hub. And I'm going to try this one more time. One more time, Sean. Site Hub, which was named Best in Digital Marketing by Digital Rochester this year, just a few weeks ago, actually.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We wish you many, many more years of success. Thank you so much for coming on.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
You're welcome. We're going to go to break, but stick around. We've got a few more words for you. We'll be right back.
Of course you love your pet. That's why it's hard to believe that you're feeding them the wrong food. Yeah, 70% of dogs and cats are eating the wrong pet food. It could be because they're getting older, a little overweight, or have allergies. PetSaver Healthy Pet Superstore can help. Bring in your food or take a picture of the label, and a trained staff member will let you know what is really in the food. They know how to accurately read the labels and give you the truth about what you're feeding or not feeding your pet. If you need a change, they can recommend a food that really is healthier for your pet. And because PetSaver carries more premium food than any other store in town, including the national chains, you might even be able to pay less for a food that is better for your pet. Are you one of the 70% of pet owners that are feeding your dog or cat the wrong food? Find out for free at the PetSaver nearest you.
In Greece, Monroe Ave in Brighton, Webster, and in Victor next to Party City across from Eastview Mall.
Imagine you having a career in a field where jobs are plentiful. Find out more about in-demand careers in Rochester at Bryant and Stratton College's Hot Careers Lunch and Learn event. At the Lunch and Learn, you'll get some great information on some of the area's top employers from the business, technology, healthcare, and legal fields. Representatives from Rochester Regional Health, the Town of Greece, Yeti to Work, and the Hall of Justice Unified Court will be on hand to talk about their careers and provide helpful tips for those considering a new profession. All that and a free lunch, too. And by attending this event, you'll qualify for a $500 special event grant for the January 2019 semester. So what are you waiting for? Come to Bryant and Stratton College's Hot Careers Lunch and Learn event Wednesday, November 14th from noon to 1 p.m. at the Inn on Broadway, located at 26 Broadway off East Avenue. Seating is limited, so RSVP by November 12th by calling 730-6910. That's 730-6910. Your great career is waiting at Bryant and Stratton College.
Depositing your money with Genesee Regional Bank helps strengthen the local community. That's because GRB lends its deposits to local businesses and individuals so they can grow and prosper. From your favorite bakery to your family dentist to the technology company where your neighbor works, to helping families buy a home. That keeps Rochester rock solid. Become a GRB client today. Genesee Regional Bank. Community banking, community building.
Visit grbbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 417491.
Are you looking to buy or sell your home? Contact your local real estate expert, Sharon Quartert at Sharon Quartert Realty. If you're wondering what your home is worth in today's market, the Sharon Q team is happy to provide you with that value and an overview of the current market trends in your area for free. If you're looking to buy or build your dream home, we have the knowledge and experience to guide you through the process. We have earned the trust and confidence of thousands of happy clients and would love to do the same for you. Visit SharonQ.com or call us today at 900-1111.
Need help with health insurance? The Greece Regional Chamber provides assistance with health insurance for businesses, nonprofits, families, and individuals throughout our region. We pride ourselves on the personalized service that we provide for our clients. Let us help you find health insurance plans that fit your needs and navigate the paperwork. Greece Chamber Benefit Partners, located at 2402 Westridge Road in Rochester, New York, offers a broad range of medical insurance plans for businesses, nonprofits, individuals, and families throughout the greater Rochester Finger Lakes region, working with insurance companies including Excelis Blue Cross Blue Shield, Univera, and MVP Healthcare. We can also help you access insurance plans through the New York State of Health, the official health plan marketplace. Again, you do not need to live or work in Greece to utilize our brokerage services. We serve the greater Rochester Finger Lakes region of New York State. Visit greecechamber.org to sign up for one of our free health insurance information sessions or schedule an appointment with one of our licensed brokers. Call 585-227-7272. 585-227-7272.
Griswold Home Care is dedicated to keeping the heart at home by referring caregivers who are passionate about helping aging or disabled adults live independently at home. If your goal is to remain at home, we can refer compassionate caregivers you can trust. Whether you are recovering from a hospital stay, injury, or illness, or you need help caring for a spouse or parent, let Griswold Home Care help you reduce the anxiety and stress during this time. Compassion is our passion. Call 1-800-GRISWOLD or visit griswoldhomecare.com.
The forensic analyst searched for clues to the house fire.
Could that be
Starch? Suddenly it came together. The fire was started by
an over-microwaved potato?
Covered July 25th, 2015. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Call the Thomas Stefanini Agency at 585-467-8733 or 585-INSURED for a quote today.
Do you need a place to relax? Frisbee's Landscaping, Ponds, and Patios is waiting for your call. Frisbee's Landscaping, Ponds, and Patios will create your personal paradise, a vacation destination in your own backyard. Frisbee's Landscaping, Ponds, and Patios will take your dreams and make them a reality. Your only limitation is your imagination. Call us today to schedule your free consultation. Visit our website at frisbeeslandscaping.com or call us at 585-698-4605. You can also find us on Facebook. Just search Frisbee's Landscaping, Ponds, and Patios.
Medicare, we make it easy. If you're new to Medicare or reviewing your options for 2019, give us a call or stop in. We're here to help you make your best decision. Polano & Company, 15 Shone Place on the Canal in Pittsford. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4:30. Drop in or make an appointment. Call 585-385-6010. Doing business in the greater Rochester area for 37 years. Polano & Company, 385-6010.
If you're looking to market and grow your business, make new business connections, and give back to the community in a meaningful way, consider joining the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce. We're the largest suburban chamber in Monroe County, and we offer networking, education, marketing, insurance, and advocacy. You do not need to live or work in Greece to join. Our members come from throughout the region. In short, we're better together, and together, we're moving business forward. Visit greecechamber.org or call 585-227-7272 to join today.
More than 20,000 watts of truth. WYSL AM 1040, FM 92.1 and 95.5 West.
You're listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by PetSaver Healthy Pet Superstore. I'm Sarah Lentini, and I want to thank my guests on the program today. We listened to and met with Dave Fornuto of USA Payroll Agency and also Sean McKay of SiteHub, both great business people and great businesses in the greater Rochester community as well as in the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce membership. So it's fall. Fall is open enrollment time, the time when most of us are able to make some changes to our health care plans, something that I know is very important to many of us. The Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce has a long history of offering medical, dental and vision insurance to folks throughout the greater Rochester region. We are licensed brokers and have a licensed brokerage firm, and we are very excited that starting this year, we're going to be working with USA Payroll Agency, which is also a licensed brokerage firm, and they are giving us the ability to expand our capabilities, our capacities, and the products and services that we can offer to folks throughout the region in the areas of health insurance and related services and products. So we hope that you check us out. We're going to be having a couple of open enrollment meetings in the month of November. And we're going to be putting that up on our website. It'll be open to the entire community. You don't need to live or work in Greece or be a member of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce to participate in our health insurance program. And if you want to check us out, you can go to greecechamber.org. That's greecechamber.org, or you can always call us the good old-fashioned way at 585-227-7272. Health insurance is not the only thing that we do. We have lots and lots of events, big and small, some of them that are open to the community as a whole, some of them that might be more focused on our members, but all of them are open to folks outside of the town of Greece. And we're hoping that you're going to check us out on the web and see what's coming up. One of the areas that we're particularly interested in focusing on, especially in the month of November, is helping small businesses in particular, large businesses as well, that's fine, but helping small businesses and folks in the community that might need a little bit more assistance because they don't have big HR departments with some of the newer requirements that have recently emerged for all businesses, specifically having to do with needing to have a sexual harassment policy in place, a complaint procedure in place, and providing sexual harassment training, which needs to meet certain requirements, and having to provide that training for all of their employees. So we are working on providing the expertise, not through our staff, but through folks that are specifically trained in this arena, providing the expertise and the guidance and the resources to our members in the business community so that they can meet these requirements without, too much fuss and too much cost. Again, please check us out at greecechamber.org. That's greecechamber.org, or call us at 585-227-7272. That's 585-227-7272. Most importantly, we hope you've enjoyed today's program, and we hope that you tune in for the next edition of Business Voice.
You've been listening to Business Voice. The Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce serves businesses, nonprofits, and individuals throughout the region, focusing on promoting economic and community development and serving as the voice for business. The Chamber offers networking, education, advocacy, community events, and business services. It serves as an important platform for business leaders and citizens to come together in support of common goals.